What's up, world, and welcome to Sko Rover, where we're going to be covering any and everything Colorado football. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you're ready, let's go. Again, guys, welcome to the channel. And today I'm going to be explaining to you why I think this is Coach Prime's most important year since he's been at Colorado. Reason number one is because there ain't no more Shedeur and Travis. So, what's this team going to look like? What's the offense going to look like? What's the defense going to look like? You don't really have anybody who you can cover up the mistakes like Travis and Shedeur did, whether that be bad play calling or just mishaps by the team themselves. So, he did bring in some few pieces, which is what we're going to discuss, but I'm excited to see what things are going to look like. So, starting with the roster. We all know Coach Prime isn't shy about that portal, and they definitely dug in with also retaining some key pieces from last year's team. You did lose some people on defense and offense as well, but the people that they brought in replacement of them, they look solid. So I like the direction that they're going with, less from the portal, keeping some guys home. So it's going to look better. As Coach Prime and people on the team, the players have already said that it's a better team overall. And I find that to be true. Starting at the quarterback position. With Juju and Caden here, I think we are poised to have a minimal drop-off from what Shedeur was able to do last year. I think Caden and Juju are able to pick up the offense, and they're going to work hand in hand. I don't think you should rush Juju into the spotlight so soon. I think Caden knows what he's doing, and he can handle it from here and let Juju ease his way into college football. Next up, with the running back position, we got Hayden, we got Trackhall, we got Price, and we got Welch. I think that's a pretty solid running back room, not to mention who they got coaching them. So if Marshall Faulk can't get it done, I don't know what to say at this point. Run the ball. At this point, me personally, I just feel like if last year they could have ran the ball. But they had a lot of wide receivers getting drafted and stuff like that, so I understand. But this year, if they dead last and running the ball again, it ain't the players. That's coaching. Call the plays. Make them do it. Speaking of running backs, you can't run the ball without no O-line. And what I'm seeing from the O-line lately got my spirits a little high. We already know who Seaton is and what he gonna do. He gonna hold down that left tackle. But the pieces they brought in to fill the needs, I like what I'm seeing. You got McGill, you got Zy Chrysler, a dog, and you got Xavier Hill. So plus the people that you got Yo-Yo returning, you got a couple people that's coming up, that's stepping up to the plate. So I think the O-line going to be solid. Every year the O-line's getting better. So I can't complain about where they are now, but I think this year is going to be drastically different than last year. Just from the key pieces and the people that they brought in, on top of C and other returning offensive linemen, just improving. Not to mention the coaching that they got, the new additions to the O-line coaching room. And last but not least, the tight end room. The same problems we had with the running back room is the same thing we had with the tight end room. They just weren't featuring either of those positions much at all last year. But with D'Souza and Atkins there, you got to get them touches. You're going to have to, because those guys are explosive at their positions. So I can't wait to see how this offense looks. I think it's going to be a very balanced offense. Last year, man, it was 95-5. 5 being the run. Wasn't running the ball at all. And we're going to say whether that was the O-line problem or the running backs wasn't living up to par, whatever the case may be, it just wasn't happening. I see this year being offensive-wise like a 60-40. They still going to sling the ball around the field because with Omarion Miller, with Draylon Miller, with Joseph Williams, you got Terrell Timmons returning, Q for 6, you got Harge, you got the old boy who left for a year then came back, Hystera. That wide receiver room is is loaded, led by Omarion Miller and Draylon Miller. It's going to be a sight to see. So I still think it's going to be about 60% pass, but the run, especially with Caden, who can use his feet, who will use his feet this year. I know they want to make him a better passer as well, put him in a position to succeed. But I believe 60 pass, 40 run. And I'm okay with that. You got to keep the defense on their heels, or at least make them think y'all going to do something other than what y'all was doing last year, which did get them 9 wins. But at the end of the day, you never want to be one-dimensional in football. And I think we got the pieces on offense to not be one-dimensional. Now, moving on to the defensive side. Got some dogs loaded all throughout the defense. We're going to start with the coaching. We already know Coach Sapp returning for his second year. He looks more invested than ever, and he got them boys hunting. The addition of Coach Pecco as well. So you got good cop, bad cop, or however you want to play it. They're going to work well together. And with Coach George Hilo on the D ends, if the D-line ain't better than last year, then something ain't right. Something ain't adding up. Because with the people they got in the room to lead and coach those guys, it can't be no excuse. It can't be no excuse. So you got Arden Walker and Okunlola. They're going to be at the D ends. We already know that's pretty much solidified. But you cannot sleep on the work that Keaton Wade and Quincy Wiggins been putting in. 2 dogs. The work that Keaton Wade did last year in them amount of games, the only way he not starting is because the people ahead of him is dogs as well. But it ain't going to be no drop-off. When Okunlola and Arden Walker come out and you putting Wade and Wiggins in, it ain't going to be no drop-off. Then you move to the interior. McNeil is a lock for sure at his position. Ain't no question about it. He held the defense. He was one of them pillars on the interior line for sure. Then everybody is interchangeable. Which you got the additions of Jaheim Otis and Tavion Coleman. Then you returning, what's the boy name? Carter. And you returning, what the heck is his name? Akil Barnes. You got Barnes and Carter and McNeil returning. Plus you got Coleman, Otis, Lightfoot. You know, it's going to be, you get tired, bro, it ain't going to be no drop-off. Because everybody hungry. They know what they signed up for. And if you can't produce, then you just ain't going to play. But I like what I'm seeing from the interior linemen. We move to the running backs. The additions of Hughes and French, two people who good at their position, been doing it a while. They know what they signed up for, and them boys ready to ball. And you still got Jeremiah Brown coming back, who is the speed. I wish they would personally switch from the 4-2 to the 4-3, just so you can have them 3 linebackers to help with that run-stopping defense. But when you got Hughes flying around, I seen him, he ran and hit, I don't know if that was Michael Welch or somebody when they was running out of bounds. Hughes, I like what I'm seeing from you, boy. I like what I'm seeing for you. Just say some of that, though. Don't hurt the players, though. Don't hurt your teammates. I know y'all put the pads on, but say that for Georgia Tech. Now, I need to see that same kind of aggression from Georgia Tech now. I need to see that now. So you got French. It looked like he going to be the middle linebacker, and him and Hughes probably going to get the start, or Jeremiah Brown, however they mix him in there. I like the linebacker room so far, and they got some other transfer dudes that's going to be waiting to get their time to get in the game too. So the linebacker room is all right. Then you go to the DBs and the safeties. We already know Hodge done had that baby, done got married, and that boy looking different. And I hope Coach Rob, well, we already know Coach Rob gonna put him to work, but Hodge looking different. Even Coach Braham had to say something to him in one of their meetings. I see the difference, dog. I see the hunger. I see the passion. I see the desire. You got something to play for. Find your why. That's what he always say. What's your why? Hodge got a why, and he playing. He ain't playing. Then you got McKinney. McKinney on the top of everybody's list is one of the DBs that should be entering the draft this upcoming season. So McKinney gonna do his thing. And I don't know if he high on everybody else's list, but for me, Stottmeyer is that Swiss Army knife for the defense. This boy is huge. Y'all got him playing nickel. I think he could play strong. I think he could play free. He could play corner. Whatever y'all need him to do, he might line up. He could play linebacker. Just all around, he going to be flying around. Cover game, tackles coming up, stopping the run, helping out whatever they need him. I think he going to be that guy that surprised a lot of people with what he's able to do. Then you got Taufik Bayer, who came in from the draft. You got Parks, you got Davis, all these boys coming in. And it's like, yo, whoever was here before, no disrespect, but respectfully, bro, it's my spot. And everybody else got to fall in line. These boys playing. You still got R.J. Johnson and some of them other guys that's still here. But keep on playing around because they're going to keep bringing in dogs who know what they signed up for and they came in here. And they're going to put a spotlight. It's going to be a no-fly zone. But if you do get exposed, they're going to have somebody else coming in. They got that freshman Branch. Hey, a lot of people been talking about Branch. Now, as a freshman, we know they said they weren't going to focus a lot on high school. But the people that they do bring in from high school, they think they could play right away. And Branch, one of them. He a little on the lighter side, but cover ground, speed. He ain't afraid to tackle. He get in there and get mixy with it. So, hey, I like the DBs and the safeties too. So, overall, I think with the coaching this year that Coach Prime has brought in, I ain't even speak about Leftwich. I forgot about him. But, hey, it's just another addition to this team that's going to put these guys in the positions to be successful. If you can't be successful with Byron Leftwich, Warren Sapp, Marshall Falk, Pecco, Rob Livingston, Deion Sanders, if you can't be successful, if you can't win games with these people as the leader, as the coaches, you got to go back to the drawing board and maybe, I don't know, get somebody who never played football before, but they just good with the numbers and the schemes. That's just, I don't know, that's just how I'm looking at it. If you can't be successful but what y'all got now, you got to either you stick with it or you start all the way over. But me personally, I got faith in what I see from all of these different social media, from the YouTubers who are covering well off, reach the people in DNVR. The coverage that they are doing of Colorado got me in high hopes and I like what I'm seeing. So they had the over-under as 6.5. I think they get at least 8. They do got a tougher schedule starting off. I don't know who doing the schedule with the Georgia Tech. Like, why first game got to be, what's up with the first games? And y'all going for blood first game every year. But I think they go above 6.5. I see them at least 8. But like Coach Prime said, you're going to need more than that in order to make it into that playoff or into that conference championship game. So I do think they can do it. They just got to gel, get right. Don't come in starting off slow, trying to figure things out, be on point. And I think they got what it takes, at least to be in that Big 12 championship. And then we'll see what happens from there. But until then, if you like what you're seeing today, if you like what you heard, if you agree or disagree, leave me a comment. We could talk about it. Of course, everything's going to change. We still ain't seen an official roster of starters, secondaries, all of that stuff like that. So opinions are bound to change. We'll see what Coach Prime and his staff does, what the players do, and we'll go from there. But I like what I'm seeing. If you like what you're seeing today, hearing today, if you agree or disagree, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for more Sko Rover.